It's Thursday, May 1st.
They both hated Trump, and it was the one that hated Trump, I think, the least that won.
U.S. President Donald Trump strikes a somewhat friendly tone toward Prime Minister Carney, saying he expects a White House visit within a week.
This partnership allows the United States to invest alongside Ukraine.
A historic deal. The U.S. has signed an agreement that will help bolster Ukraine's economy in exchange for granting American access to valuable minerals.
It's heartbreaking to see stuff like this. This is such a random act of violence perpetrated against, someone riding a bicycle.
A forceful push. Toronto police investigating after a man pushes a shopping cart into a bike lane, sending an e-rider to hospital.
And another empty net goal. Duhaime, who blocked the shot.
The Habs' unexpected playoff run comes to an end, while the Jets are a win away from the second round. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now.
Like Electric Circus days. Well done, Connor. It is, though, right?
Oh, I used to watch that show all the time and think, wow, they are so cool.
I know. There used to be, like, in downtown Toronto, this is the building where Electric Circus was. If you don't know, it's where, like, it was just a dance show.
It was a club.
It's like a nightclub on TV.
During the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. And people used to sneak away from school at my school and come down and try to get in.
Oh my gosh.
I know, to
and
dance.
then they would recruit people from clubs to come into this and dance. And people would come downtown in their like best club outfits, hoping to get in on the night of.
I would sneak downstairs in our house because living in Alberta, we'd watch it. But I'd sneak down to like turn it on so my parents wouldn't see. So then lo and behold, to be working in that studio,
So
I was like,
funny.
scandalous.
I know.
It was the first place I came when I was 16.
Really?
I wanted to come to this building. I wanted to buy a hot dog from a street cart, and I wanted to come to the Much Music
Did you
building.
do the hot dog, too?
Absolutely.
Equally as exciting, just
That's
saying.
right.
I know, so good. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hi.
It is May 1st. It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May.
Yeah,
Is this all day? Just let me know now.
all day.
Like in this show, I mean?
All day.
We're going to see this all day?
It's gonna be May 1st, all day.
But this?
I really appreciate that you guys cut it, so it's just that.
That's all we need to know about the song. Every year this happens. I believe it's been 20 years, correct me if I'm wrong, 20 or 25 years since that meme has been circulating. Wow. I know, how about that?
What a face to wake up to.
Mine?
No, I love yours.
Like, oh, I gotta look at you again.
Justin
Monday to
Timberlake.
Friday, I'm here.
Timberlake fan.
Speaking of meetups, U.S. President Donald Trump says he does expect to meet Prime Minister Mark Carney in person within the next week.
He's a very nice gentleman, and he's going to come to the White House very shortly, within the next week or less.
That's the plan, apparently. President Trump was speaking during a cabinet meeting when he made those comments. He was also asked about Prime Minister Carney's comments about the U.S. during Carney's victory speech. President Trump didn't seem too concerned, saying Prime Minister Carney was running for office. The Prime Minister's office has not confirmed a date for this meeting. The two leaders did have a phone conversation, as we know, on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Carney has also confirmed he has spoken with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Prime Minister Carney writes this in a post, quote, "I look forward to welcoming President Zelensky to the G7 in Kananaskis, Alberta this summer. This war must end, and Canada will continue our efforts among allies to bring about freedom, peace, and security for Ukraine." Meanwhile, the U.S. has signed a natural resources deal with Ukraine.
It's time for this cruel and senseless war to end. The killing must stop, and both the United States and the government of Ukraine look forward to quickly operationalizing this historic economic partnership.
A statement from the U.S. Treasury Department says both countries will work together to ensure Ukraine's recovery. Now, this agreement, it includes a joint fund to invest in Ukraine's reconstruction. It's expected to give the U.S. preferential access to valuable minerals in Ukraine. The initial agreement was supposed to be signed back in February. It fell through, as we know, after that heated exchange between the U.S. president and President Zelensky in the Oval Office. Meanwhile, at least 2 people were killed, 15 others hurt after Russia launched an overnight drone attack in Odessa. A Ukrainian regional governor says targets included apartments, a grocery store, and a school. Russia has not commented on these attacks, but earlier in the week, Russia's President Vladimir Putin announced a 3-day ceasefire with Ukraine for Victory Day between May 8th and May 10th. Well, back here at home, voters in Quebec's Nunavik region say some polling stations had inconsistent hours on Election Day, leaving some people not able to vote.
This is not right. This is they took our votes away, and this is illegal.
TV Tulagak is a high school student. He says he was unable to vote because his polling station wasn't open. The chairperson for the regional government says, quote, "I was shocked and unsettled about this news. This only highlights recurring challenges that we've communicated with our governmental partners." The organization representing Inuit people in Nunavik is calling for Elections Canada to investigate this. Monday's election loss has exposed a rift, though, between some federal and provincial conservatives.
I hope they do some soul searching.
Last time I checked, Pierre Poilievre never came out in our election.
Very good at pushing.
Nova Scotia Premier Tim Houston, Ontario Premier Doug Ford did not hold back on their criticism of the federal party's performance. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, as we know, lost both the election and his seat. Former leader, though, Andrew Scheer says Pierre Poilievre still has the support of the party.
We're staying on. He's fighting. He's gonna work with our caucus.
Poilievre has said he has no plans to step down. A party source has told CTV News he is making calls right now to the grassroots to get their feedback. In other news today, this is pretty shocking. Police investigating after a man pushed a shopping cart into a Toronto bike lane, sending an e-bike rider to hospital. This happened Tuesday morning. There. What? Whoa. It's on the north side of Danforth. In the video, I mean, you can see the man deliberately pushing that cart into the bike lane, hitting that food delivery courier. The e-bike rider fell to the ground, obviously. The man just carries on walking. The cyclist was taken to the hospital. We don't know the extent of their injuries. Police now are trying to identify the man who pushed the cart. Starting today, parking at any hospital or healthcare facility in Nova Scotia will be free for patients, healthcare workers, and visitors.
I think it's great for the people coming out of town or for those people who really need a car to go and visit their loved ones or to come to the hospital.
So this was one of Premier Tim Houston's campaign promises. The province said a ticket validation system will be implemented at some sites to ensure parking is only used by people going into the hospital. Free parking will cost the province $19 million annually, but that was included in the 2025-2026 budget. All right, let's talk NHL playoffs. Disappointment for Montreal fans after the Habs' quick playoff exit.
Disappointing to see Game 5 loss. I wish the series would have gone on a little longer. They got a few more years, but a good goalie, good defense. It's a few more years, but they're going to get good.
I've said that before, too. The Capitals closed out the Habs 4-1 in last night's Game 5. Montreal is the second team to be knocked out of the playoffs in round 1. This was their first return to the playoffs since 2021. Washington will face Carolina in the second round. Meanwhile,
moves the puck. It's Kyle Connor to Mello. Quick shot, and they score!
The Jets are very much alive in these playoffs. They're 1 win away now from the second round after last night's 5-3 win over the Blues. Game 6 tomorrow in St. Louis. Tonight, Ottawa will try to push their series to Game 7 against the Leafs. The Oilers have a chance to put away the Kings. So some may say the Senators may be picking up momentum. But the Leafs are still very much up in the series. The Leafs have a whole cheering squad backing them at the zoo, and this is important. At first, it was Kiko the giraffe eating the leafy greens. Remember that? I think that was maybe even yesterday. But now a donkey, you saw it there, is wearing the gear. There it is. This video, and it's called He Hockey Night in Canada.
Really?
I can't believe you said that. He honky.
Well done.
I needed more, it needed to come from further back in my throat.
Yeah.
The Battle of Ontario continues tonight in Ottawa for Game 6.